Hi, I'm Stefanie Wainwright. I'm a wife, a mom, a business owner, and my life is chaotic all the time. So I created this podcast to help you find the funny, the good, while navigating through the chaos. This is Chaotic Compass Podcast.
Hey guys, Stefanie here. Chaotic Compass. This is my podcast. If you don't know, if you're new here, I sip and I bitch and I talk about all things in my real life. I don't make this shit up. My husband can verify this. It's literally stories about me being a mom, or, me being a wife, or me and, blended family, and me working with my husband and our two businesses. Whatever the chaos is, I'm here to sip and spill the tea, not spill the vodka. That's what I'm drinking this evening. Tried and true vodka and tonic. I sip and a bitch and talk about all the things, and hopefully it resonates with you and hopefully it helps you. But this is literally my therapy. Some people journal, some people meditate, some people actually go to a physical therapist. I sip and bitch. So this week, I don't really have any general topic. I just kind of have this zone that I kind of want to go into. So I've been struggling. Wow. I'm get into it. Let's start stuttering. Okay. So start that over. I've been super struggling with a certain topic, and I'm not really hippie woo woo. I've got some Palo Santo, some crystals, and, a little bit, I dabble in it a little bit with not too crazy, but so I keep seeing these signs of 1, 2, 3s and 3, 2, 1s and whatevers. And so 6 months ago, I had looked it up as far as what it really means. I don't even know if it really was 6 months ago, but a while ago. It's been a while. I've looked it up of what it means. And it just says, keep pushing forward, keep moving forward, keep going. I'm like, okay, got this. That's cool. But what am I going towards, right? And I keep just saying this to myself, just keep going. And every day, I swear to you, every single day, I keep seeing 1, 2, 3s, 3, 2, 1s, 1, 2, 3, 4s. It's really weird. And so I'm like, okay, so am I supposed to keep pushing through with my podcast? And because, I have a tiny following, and that's cool, and I love it. But I really don't do this for all of the likes and the follows and stuff. I do this literally for my therapy. And am I supposed to keep pushing through with my business? Our businesses aren't doing great, but they're surviving. Or am I supposed to keep pushing through and move on? What I'm just what am I supposed to be doing right now? What the fuck are you trying to say? I'm just make it as clear as possible. I keep seeing these numbers, and I was like, gosh, can you just give me more of a solid sign here? And literally the other day, I was in the carpool line. I have to pull down our little cards that we hang from the rear, or the mirror, the rear view mirror in the front. So, each kid gets a card and a number. And so I have to display them when I'm going to go pick up the kids. And so I was pulling those down, and up there with my little clip, I had forgotten I had a couple of fortune cookie little sayings in it. And one was literally, it fell right into my lap. The other one, I know where it disappeared to in my car. The car ate it. But the one that fell into my lap, it was you have the endurance for the long haul. And I'm twitching at this point. It's okay, universe, okay, God, okay, whatever. I got it. I understand. Keep pushing through. Thanks. I got that part. But what I don't get is, what am I pushing through to? Because there's only so much that this chick can take, and I've got to have a goal here. I've got to have an understanding. I'm a why person. You literally made me this way, universe, okay? You made me this way. So you obviously know that I need more of a direct sign. Why don't they have fortune cookies that are literally specific to what I need. You know, I don't need some vague ass, sign like, life is a mirror, or bullshit like that. Like, I need some specific, like, I need some more specificity. Is that a word? It's a word, and I don't think I'm saying it right. I need more specifics. I need the fortune to be more specific in my life. Like, I needed to be like, yes, Stefanie with an F, this is your fortune, specifically on the little piece of paper, and for everybody that's not Stefanie with an F, here's some numbers on the back. Or not even like the little ass piece of paper that I've got to find in the random ass fortune cookie. Like maybe a massive billboard sign with all the neon lights and very large letters, because I'm kind of blind. Let's get that going. Spell my name right with an F. Make sure we know that we're talking to me, and so I don't miss it. I don't need these vague things going on in my life. And so, I don't know. Is it just me? Do you ever feel... I feel like I'm on the verge of something. And this has happened a few times in my life. I feel like I'm on the verge of something, either like a moment or a sign is going to literally pivot me in the quote, quote, right direction, whatever that means. And I'm just gonna, propel it literally. So back in, this is 2019. And I had started a new job. I literally was struggling with myself as far as because I had pivoted one more time and it really wasn't what I wanted to do, but it was just something that kind of fell into my lap and I was trying to thrive in it. And I was trying to leave my dreams behind. I had worked at a marina for 3 years and I really thought that my husband, or, Ryan and I at the time weren't married, but I thought that Ryan and I were going to figure out how to buy this place, and that didn't happen, and it is what it is. And so I was just really just struggling with pivoting and trying to figure out me. Well, in the midst of that, my husband, we weren't married at the time, Ryan, and on April Fool's Day of all the days, we don't do April Fool's jokes. But he literally texts me and he says, I told my boss that I'm quitting as of this date. And I was like, don't fuck with me. That's not cool. Cause he's like, no, seriously, like I'm all in, like I'm done with this place. It's obviously not going in the right direction. I can't keep doing this if you're not here, and I want to do something with you, or I need to figure out something on my own. Fast forward 5 months, less than 6 months. Not only does my husband quit that job, we move out of the house that we were living in because we both had worked at that place and were renting from that person, his old boss, my old boss. We moved out of that house. He started his own business, started his own LLC, started all of the stuff to go with that. And we were engaged and married. It was a time to be alive. I don't even know. I have no idea. We literally went from point A, I was struggling with this, and to point B of like, boom, like pivotal moment. I have no idea, but it was a wild ride. And I feel kind of like that. Like I'm just on the verge of something. Something is about to happen. And it's going to propel me into a direction. I don't know. Do you guys feel like that? Do you ever get like that? Because I really hope that I'm not alone with this. Like, and I've always heard, and I've never actually seen anybody except for moi, that when they get to this person, me in this instance, when I get to this point, everything else around it seems fucking chaotic, right? Like, not like I have a chaotic life. We've got 4 kids, we've got 2 businesses. I've got 4 kids in 3 different schools with all these different schedules, with all of the things that they're getting into, and with my husband with ADD and managing a crew and trying to have a social life and trying to, have a marriage. And I'm telling you, y'all, and living with my parents, it's chaotic. It's no joke. Like, poor baby Stefanie would have never imagined this. And she's like, how did you get here? How do you live? How do you, like, there was this one time my daughter, she was probably like 4. She was like, back in the old days when you didn't have TV, how did you live? I ask myself that all the time. How do I even live? How do I live in this chaotic world? There have been, over the last 30 days, there has been, I would give it 45 days. There has been so many random ass things that I'm like, I say what the fuck more often than not. I recently had a huge issue with my parents. I mean, that's kind of resolved, but I'm just waiting for that to, the other shoe on that to, fall. And, with us trying to go on vacation and Ryan's ex-wife, getting a new job and like trying to have to pivot as far as daycare instantly. And we have literally been nonstop. I literally just said to Ryan, I was like, this is the first weekend. We're into September now. This is going to be the first weekend that us and the kids have actually stayed here since the beginning of August. So now, mind you, we have, actually all stayed here in our own home weekdays. But this is going to be the first weekend. It's going to be the first several days in a row that we're all going to be sleeping in our own beds in our house, and we don't have any activities except for one soccer practice this weekend. There's no vacation. There's no going to Grammy's house. There's no unexpected random shit that we got, like, but this is the first weekend in forever that we've actually, gotten to stay in our own home with everybody. But I feel like we've just been nonstop for the last month and a half, just go, 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 and crazy shit happening, and just like why are we dealing with this? Like, who would have thought we'd be dealing with this now? Like, what? And I feel like it's just extra chaotic, and my anxiety is through the roof. I am having a massive hard time. I'm gonna be real here. Like, if you suffer from anxiety and depression, like, I feel you for real. It's off the chart. I have a hard time even just communicating things with people because it's always in my throat. I'm constantly chugging water to try to just get it to subside. Like, it feels like I literally have something stuck in my throat. I had an anxiety, like a massive anxiety attack just yesterday, and it was just fucking me in the house. It wasn't like the phone was off the hook. It was nothing to do. It was literally just me and my brain over here freaking the fuck out. I eventually figured out how to get it together, but it was like, what is going on? Like, if we could take whatever is about to happen and get it over with, because Stefanie's mental state is not great right now. It's not great. I literally today was in the fetal position in the floor because I was like, oh my God, the trash hasn't been taken out. There's dishes in the sink. There's shit on the countertops, and the clutter, it gets to me. There's laundry that needs to be done. There's bags still left over from vacation. There's still there's still things that needs to be done left over from vacation. The kids got through halfway in a project of reorganizing the littlest freaking drawers, but then there's pants everywhere, and I don't know if these pants need to be donated or if they can fit, or they're just waiting for Ryan to fix the drawer that got messed up, or what's going on, or there's shoes and backpacks and shit everywhere. There's papers that need to be signed that didn't get taken back to school today. There's chaos. And I'm literally like, oh my God, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And so I'm like, okay, we're not going to have an anxiety attack, but we're definitely going to lay here on the floor and cry. It's like this paralysis because there's so many things that need to be done. I can't get anything done, which only perpetuates the cycle, which sends me into the fetal position. It's either that or have an anxiety attack. And I'm trying to just let the wave come. Let's not let it be crippling. Let's just be in the fetal position. Let it out. Let it have a hot cry. And I fixed my mascara and I got up and I'm like, okay, we've got this. Just take one thing at a time. And I'm like, oh my God, we're going to cry. Because it's like, well, which thing? We got this. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Nobody's trying to murder us. What's with the massive anxiety about laundry? I have no idea. But my mental state is not great right now. And I'm over here. Literally what's going on in my brain, I'm like, oh my God, summer's over with. And, now we're going to get into the actual seasonal depression. I'm like, girl, facts. It is 100 and something heat index. It's still summer. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. What is going on in your brain? You're telling me summer's over, but it's really not. Girl, if you want to go sweat your ass off outside, go stand outside. Go get some vitamin D. There is no reason. See? Crazy things. I have no idea. So the TV just decided to unpause. I started pausing that 18 minutes ago. That thing should be good for a pause for a while. So I'm telling you, weird shit. That's chaotic. I'm literally trying to be I've got everything quiet in here. I've got the doors all shut. I'm trying to center and focus. And then all of a sudden, TV's unpaused and you've got the news in the background blaring about the hurricane. Maybe that's it. Maybe I should be preparing for the hurricane. Maybe they're trying to interrupt when I'm I need a sign. I'm yeah, bitch, you need to unpause. Let's talk about this shit right here. I don't know. I'm going to come back and be y'all, this is what went down. So anyways, so if I'm looking for a sign and then I'm literally well, that's so weird. Why did that unpause when they're talking about the hurricane on the news? And that's way out there in the Atlantic. We've got a week. So when I'm lying in the fetal position in what used to be my room, because it's been blown away, what's the pivotal moment that I'm laughing now. Because if I don't laugh, I'm going to cry. So let's just put those weird ass vibes away. It's not going to be, but I'm telling you. My algorithm, even my algorithm on Facebook, used to be just nothing but comedians and funny shit, just funny clips on my reels. And I literally had gotten one random person coming through and she was reading a tarot card reading. And I'm like, wow, that's weird. I'll watch this. I don't get that shit. And it was literally the three things. I should figure out, go back and it was balance. It was balance, endurance, and destiny or something like that. It's you need to balance, you need to beef up your endurance to get to your destiny or something like that. I can't remember the middle one. I know it was balance. It was like, you need to get centered and get right. And I'm like, I know, but it's really hard to focus on getting centered when everything is all, like, think about that. Like, it's literally chaos around you. Like, you're at a carnival and it's not like it's organized chaos. There's chaos all around you. There are these kids that are like throwing up over here because they've never rode on a roller coaster. And then you got people, throwing the balls at the thing and it's clanking. You got the in the background and you've got all over the place. And there's people everywhere, cotton candy, popcorn, smells everywhere. So you're overloaded with visuals, smells, people are bumping into you, so you're touched. So it's literally overwhelming. And I'm getting this of, you need to figure out how to balance yourself. And you need to figure out how to get a little more namaste and centered. And I'm over here like, what the fuck? Okay, sure. Yeah, let me figure out how to find my inner calm while everything is not. All right, so I'll figure out my inner calm so I can get to my destiny. All right, I see you, universe. But it was really weird. So my algorithm is never anything hippie or woo-woo, and then that popped up. And now because I watched it, my algorithm is like super crazy. And my favorite person, oh my gosh, I love him. His name is Madam Adam. He gives tarot card readings with like a little bit of a flair. I'm here for it. It's like, look, bitch. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. Like, I'm listening now because you just called me a bitch and that's how you get my focus. Okay, got it. Sorry. I was paying attention to other things while scrolling through Facebook. And so because I'm a multitasker, but not really good at it. So little plug for Madam Adam out there. Love that guy. So anyways, if you are struggling with something that is super chaotic in your life and it's like people are like, yo, get centered, find your inner peace. And I'm like, I should say that to you. But I don't know how to do that myself. So I'm not going to preach that to you. So what I have been doing to try to figure out how to get my calm, is so I let the wave come. I'm not going to fight it. There's no way that I can fight the chaos that's going on right now. See, like my light is flickering. My freaking ring light is flickering. Oh my God. Okay. I'm listening. I'm literally talking to whoever. I'm here for it. Just come on in. But I trying to just let the waves come. And by letting the waves come, I don't fight my emotions. Whatever I'm feeling, I let it out. And you either get it or you don't get it. And so today I let out a big ass cry right here in the middle of the floor. And I got up, put some more mascara on, and I got back to what I was doing. And I just picked one thing on my list and I just didn't focus on anything else. And I tried to not let it creep in about, you've got all the things. And it's like, I know, brain. Thank you. I've made a very organized list. I'm going to accomplish them at one point or the other. It probably won't all be today, but it is what it is. The other thing that I tried to do, I try to write down, and this can come in various forms. And so you can either talk to a friend, you can write it down. I try to write down when I'm like, oh my gosh, this is stressing me out. So I'm literally making a list of all of the stressors. So I'm trying to compartmentalize. I've heard this kind of works sometimes and it kind of doesn't sometimes. So you have to figure it out what's best for you. But I've heard it's when you have thoughts, writing it down is supposed to transfer it to the other side of your brain. Don't quote me on that. I don't really know the actual scientific bullshit behind it. But if I'm stressing about something and if I can write it down into a list, And then sometimes I either go through that list and be like, okay, so this is a stressor and this is actually something I can fix. This is a stressor and I can't do shit about that. So I kind of go through and then I reorganize and make a list of actual to-dos. The rest of it, I tear it up and I throw it away. And then as it comes again, and if I need to make another list, I just keep doing that. And so as they pop in, I just keep either my notebook, or I keep a separate posted note of just like, this is something I can handle, this is something I can't handle, and I just write that shit down. So letting the feelings fly, just like all the fucks, I'll let them fly, and writing shit down. Today, instead of really writing it down, I wrote a long ass book text to my husband of, I'm trying to paint a picture of where I'm at mentally. Here's all the things. It was a nasty long book, and I love him, and he has a hard time processing some of those, and he is not very good at just being like, oh wow, okay, I'm here for you, and I'm going to just validate you, and I'm sorry that you're feeling for like that. He kind of did that, but then he went into like fix it mode. Like, okay, all right, so let's get some Tylenol for your back, and like, okay, so I can take out the trash, and I'm going to get the dishes, and shh, I wasn't doing that for you to fix it, okay? Like, I'm just trying to paint a picture for you where I'm at mentally, so you can be like, wow, so I just had to check her into a psychiatric ward and I have no idea why. Okay. Like, so you're not caught off guard when things go crazy. And I'm like, you need to get me a pallet cell room now. Like, you can kind of see it coming. Okay. And then the tiny little tot down there with their freaking elephant feet. I swear, when I go to edit this is going to be fun. So I can only control so much. I can't control my flat, heavy-footed princess. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope the heat isn't affecting you as much as me. I'm here for summer, but I'm not here to sweat. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all of your love and support. If you really loved today's episode, you should subscribe. And if you subscribe, then you get notifications of when my next episode launches. So another way to be super awesome would be to leave a rating and review, or recommend it to your friends and family. If you're wicked awesome, you've already done all three. Another way to keep up with me and my crazy family is check out my website at chaoticcompass.com, and I do blog and other stuff there. So I appreciate everything for you guys. I do this for you, so keep it up, because the more you subscribe, the more I do.